It's been a terrible time this week. I've got a real horror story for you. It's not normally a horror show, but this was horrible. And it all started on Saturday when I decided to take my daughter to the Trafford Centre and spend a few hours with her and get her a birthday present for her 19th birthday. And it was a nightmare. I mean, the day started off with going for breakfast, at a place called Bill's Restaurant, which I don't like to slag anyone off, but £43 later for the biggest shit I've eaten in my life. And, you know, at least if I'm going to eat shit, let me pay the right price for it. But £43 for a breakfast for two. I don't know why so many small cafes have closed down. I don't know why, because these big firms, the food's diabolical. But then it got worse, because then she decided she wanted some jewellery for her birthday. So we started schlepping around the Trafford Centre, which should be a great experience, but it wasn't. And I went into Selfridges with one of the jewellery concessions there, and we saw this pearl necklace which looked quite nice, but it was £270. And I said, "The real pearls?" And she said, "Yeah, they're cultured freshwater pearls." And I said, "Oh, well, you know that they're not proper pearls, don't you? Do you have any real pearls?" But no, that's all, didn't know what I was talking about. And I said, "Is this white gold?" She said, "No, it's nickel-plated silver." I said, "It's £270 for costume jewellery." I don't think so. "Oh, no, it's not costume jewellery. It's real pearls." And I just remembered being in China at a freshwater cultured pearl farm, and the pearls then were like 10 pence each. So, it's just not a great experience. And then we went to Thomas Sabo, which was an awful experience. And we eventually saw some earrings that she really liked, and they were 50 quid. And I thought, oh, okay. And I got the bill, and it was £100 more than I'd calculated. And I said, "There's something wrong here." And they actually did. The girls were very polite, but didn't give a damn. I was just a number to them. And at the end of the day, it was £100 over because I bought 2 pairs of earrings, and they were charging me £50 per earring. Now, I wanted to kick off, but my daughter wasn't too happy with me kicking off. And I said, "It's disgraceful. I mean, when I go to buy a pair of shoes, do I pay per shoe? I mean, a pair of earrings, but they're charging individual." I said, "You could have marked it better." And they just didn't care. They were just fleecing me all the time. And I went down and we sort of went for a coffee somewhere. And I looked them up online. I don't know if you've ever gone online to Companies House, but if you want to see how a company's doing, go into Companies House and have a look. They don't always give the full details, but you can get some idea of how a company is. Because I was just curious how a multi-million-pound company could just not give a shit about its customers and have these shark practice, underhanded tactics in selling. And when I looked at them, I saw, they've turned over several £1 million, but they're in administration. So, of course, they don't care. They just want to get what they can. But this is the policy of a lot of big firms. And it occurred to me, why on earth did I go shopping for all these big firms to get a horrible experience dealing with them when I could have gone to a local jeweller, somebody that actually knows what they're doing? And even if I spent the same money, even a little bit more, at least then I'd get some decent stuff. And this is what I find with dealing with small business compared to big businesses anyway. What do you think, Graham? Is this your experience? Have you ever bought jewellery?
I don't like buying jewellery.
No. You've got big pockets in your jackets, though, haven't you?
Fuck you.
That's not a nice thing to say.
That's a horrible thing to say, because you know for a fact
you don't wear big coats, do you?
No.
Yeah.
But no, I don't like buying jewellery. There's something about it. I am a very good gift giver.
Yeah.
If I do say so myself.
You are a gift.
But
no, you are a gift. But just looking at it, there are a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
And I find this goes when somebody has their own cafe, they're the cook. You're buying what they cook. They've got pride in what they're doing. I just don't think anyone gives a damn anymore what they're doing. And I think the big firms need to take note, because I'm going to train you guys how to run your business even better and make more and more money out of it. Don't be like these big guys. Give your customers some service. You know what? I try and think, if someone doesn't know my name when I walk in a shop, do I really want to buy there?
Total utter nutter here has said, hope he's not talking about Accounts Direct. No, it's a wonderful...
They know my name here.
Accounts Direct is wonderful.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Keep me in Aiden.
Tell me who just said that. His fees are going up.
It's total utter nutter.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, we don't. Well, you do know. Joseph is with us as well.
Oh, okay.
As is Colin and Amanda. Hello, everyone.
Lovely. Hello. Welcome. But just going back onto the next little thing that's sort of related to this is what's going on with eBay and PayPal. So I don't know if you know, but eBay and PayPal, even though eBay sort of own PayPal, they're sort of like going in different ways. So what they're bringing out now is that even though customers can pay by PayPal, you as a supplier won't receive the money from PayPal, you'll receive it from eBay, less their commissions. So bear in mind, what is it, 12.5% plus 30 pence for the transaction. Now bear in mind, let's just make the numbers easy. If you've got a situation where you're selling something for, say, £1, then what you're going to now get is, say eBay take 10% off, you will receive 90 pence into your account. Now, be very, very careful of this. Forget the charges for a moment, but VAT is due on the pound, not the money you receive, the money you charge. So what we're going to have to do is gross up those fees you receive. So you might receive £900 or £9,000, but your sales will have been £10,000. So you pay VAT on the £10,000. Don't forget that. So do make sure you keep the actual sales sheet. Don't just rely on the money that you've received on, even if you're on cash accounting. It still needs to be grossed up. Did you get that, Graham? You don't know what I'm talking about.
I was just putting it in terms of OnlyFans,
okay,
so I could translate it into the way my head works, and now I understand. So what you're saying? Someone gives you £1.
Yeah.
You don't even receive that quid.
No.
You get 90p because eBay.
Well, you get less because they'll take their I think it's 12.5%.
Yeah. So you're going to get your 85p.
Yeah.
But then when you work out your tax bill,
the VAT,
you've got to work as if you received £1.
That's right.
Jesus Christ, this world's ridiculous.
It is. It is. And, you know, I'm not saying that in eBay or in any way at all will fleece anybody. You know, we were talking about being fleeced before with jewellers and things. There was a situation earlier this week where some builder, a builder, was up in court because it turns out he fleeced an old lady. I think. Did you see that?
Yeah, 75 grand, wasn't it? Just up the road.
Well, it was £75,000-£80,000. He tried to charge her for a job that was worth 35,000 or ish. You know, I mean, you know, in fairness to the builder, you can't always believe what you read in the press. And obviously, if this particular builder is watching, do reach out to me and I'll make sure your accounts are right. But apparently he turned around to the judge in court and said, well, I can charge what I like. And the judge said, no, you can't. It's unreasonable and you fleeced this lady and we're going to give you a suspended 12-month sentence. So just be aware, keep good records of your quotations and everything else because things can run out of control. I mean, I had a guy today actually who's coming on the show. I like him because he was very straight talking, and his attitude. I said, would you do that? He said, dead right. What can I say? Business is business, you know. But I think caveat emptor, I think, is the expression. Let the buyer beware. Do be careful when you're dealing with anyone. Get everything in writing, especially in business, because you've got less protection being conned in business than you have if you're a member of the public. You're vulnerable everywhere. You're vulnerable if you do. You're vulnerable if you don't. It's all in the paperwork. Keep it right.
I always feel very vulnerable here, Stephen.
Yeah. Well, you will wear short trousers, won't you? I've told you. We get some very funny people coming in.
Do you know what? Because I know Aidan's had a bit of a long week. I was going to wear my super duper tight blue shorts today.
Please don't.
No, just to cheer him up. You know, then you can think of the old days.
Would that cheer you up, Aidan?
I know.
And what are these old days?
No idea.
But they wouldn't fasten up. They wouldn't.
Surprise.
They used to be tight, but I just couldn't even close them.
I think it's shrunk in the wash.
I think my missus is
implies
terrible.
the washes anything, doesn't it, really?
No, she does all the washing.
Yeah.
And she's terrible at it because all my clothes are getting smaller. I'm sure of that.
You're not eating too many
Only his
pies.
clothes.
Only my clothes, yeah.
Well, you know,
It's a conspiracy.
a lot of substances on his clothes. Do you know, some other news? My dad bought a new car. My dad's never bought a new car. And it's been two major revelations. One, he's had to pay VAT. And he can't claim it back. And the other one, he's found a new experience in that he turns the ignition, the car starts. You know, go figure. No? Okay.
That's a very. Oh, that's it now. Are we just getting into in jokes, and that's
A
it?
lot of my clients know my dad.
That's fine.
In fact, he's sat here in the studio. He's come to watch what I'm doing.
Yeah, he came in to give me guff as
Oh,
well.
even he came and started with you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Why are you asking me? Oh, you're going on about AMC cinema shares surged by 95% against my prediction that cinemas will close down.
And against everyone's prediction to leave this alone. But you know what, though? This again, I don't want to be like rich, poor nonsense. I don't like that narrative. But there's a lot of very good investment people who are fleecing the public right now, saying this is going to go down. This is
you're going to get
down,
it. Banks, finance company, big firms. We want to deal with small firms. We want to get the message out there. Every small company in the world should join together and say, deal with us and get a network and become one massive firm. Oh, sorry, we're going against what I'm just saying, isn't it? No, it's just interesting about cinemas. I still don't think that the cinema now is a good business model. I think all these streaming services, Netflix, and I think it's a surge because people want to get out of the house. But it could still be a good investment because, as we talked about before, they do own an awful lot of property. And property you can always do something with. You know, I think if you've not got big overheads, big rent, and you can repurpose things, so investing in cinemas probably isn't such a terrible thing because they do own the property. But do look at the balance sheets and do see what they actually own. See what, if everything fell, what have they got to salvage? Man, even if you did invest and they went bankrupt, you probably wouldn't get anything because the receivers would take everything. Yeah. Okay. Pause.
Oh God, that was a bit real then. Jesus. Keep it light, Stephen.
Do you know, receivers they're not. Yeah, I was going to say they're not terrible people, but they really do fleece everybody. That's the word of tonight, isn't it? Fleece. So if people, I wish people talk to their accountants if they are in trouble before they get a receiver in. Even insolvency practitioner, they're just the pits of the business. They really are. It's only about money with them. They don't look after anybody. In fact, you think they're your friend and they're helping you, but they're not. So let's get everybody's house in order, and then if they need to go into liquidation, if there are problems, and that's when we sort things out. You were going to say something.
I want to ask you, talking about the cinemas though.
Oh, we're back to that. Anything not to talk about insolvency.
Let's get away with the darkness of humanity.
Yeah.
Are you excited about getting back out there yourself?
To cinema?
Because it's all going now, isn't it?
I always like the cinema, but I don't think I'll probably go for a while because I don't know. I'm not comfortable going. We'll go at Christmas because every year at Christmas I go with Hayden and his little boy and we go and see Star Wars.
He always tells me, he always lets me know.
But you like the cinema. You were talking about, what have you got here? Number one film in the US for Quiet Place 2 is out.
Yeah, and I wasn't hype about this, but I am now. I didn't care for months, and now I'm getting the flutters.
I saw the first one. It was awful.
You not like it?
No.
Oh.
So predictable. So boring. No. But I'm looking forward to the new Marvel films, so that's that. But I think you brought this in because you want to talk about who is it? Emily Blunt and John Krasinski.
Yeah, they're like a husband and wife. And it's an interesting dynamic there. You don't get that a lot in cinema, or it doesn't work out, let's put it that way.
Well, they usually got foursomes going on somewhere down the line, haven't they?
Yeah.
We deal with a lot of people in the entertainment business, so we sort of get an insider on that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them come through here, isn't there?
Yeah.
Hey?
I think we've got them on the next show.
I don't like them with the makeup off, you know. I don't want to be behind the curtain anymore.
But what you were sort of pushing towards was in business. Is it always advisable working with your family and friends?
That's the core of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that a lot of businesses are with family and friends, and they do work out really, really well. And I think working with family and friends in a business, especially when you're starting out, is good. I think where the problem can often go, and all these people that are watching that have got family businesses, if you've got people that play the game, that know the place in the hierarchy and do what they're supposed to do, it's fine. But you get a lot of entitlement and expectation when people are family because, well, he gets that, she gets that, they get that, I only got that. But more importantly, I think not everybody's capable just because they're family. I mean, you get some families that everybody's very capable, but usually there's maybe one that's really good and one that really doesn't give a damn and. And the other problem with working with family and friends is if you employ somebody and it doesn't work out, you'll probably never see them again. But in family and friends, if it doesn't go right, you've got all the repercussions that go forever and ever. And it's not pleasant.
I tell you what, you're nearly there, right? Once you get rid of me off this thing, I'm just going to be here for Aiden's show in the night time anyway.
You'll probably come and scratch fuck off on my car, aren't you?
Yeah.
You're that type of person.
And then come in. Oh, that was brutal. And you know what? Thanks for putting it on me. But yeah, what are you going to do when you fire me and I'm still here for Aidan's show?
Couldn't fire you, Hayden.
Yeah, you'll fire me from that.
I couldn't fire you, Graham. Without you, there wouldn't be a show.
Okay.
Newcastle, Manchester, well, there's loads of councils now all across, loads of cities that are banning smoking on pavements outside hospitality venues. Yeah, it seems a bit odd, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, seeing as that's public areas and we all pay taxes.
Yeah, but the thing is, with we do deal with a lot of people in the hospitality sector and beyond, and I think people need to understand that they could be held responsible if they've got people hanging around their places and they don't do anything about it. Ridiculous, really. People go out and enjoy themselves and they can't do anything. I suppose if you're near a hospital, you can go out and smoke outside the hospital.
Do you know what I've got a crazy idea, Stephen?
Yeah.
Why don't we let each business decide what's best for their customers, and we'll have some places that are non-smoking.
Yeah.
On the street and some places that are smoking.
Well, I agree. I don't understand why.
Is it so hard? I don't understand why the council wants to jump in on this stuff.
No, they do. They seem to get a sort of madness around them. They sort of focus in on some things and things that are much bigger. They don't seem to.
You know what then?
On.
Get some GPs to care homes for me, eh? Why don't you focus on that? Once there's GPs back at care homes looking after people, then we'll have a little word about smoking.
Well, it's got to be good for business anyway, because, I mean, they go into a bar and the way prices are going at the moment, they need something to calm them down.
I know, yeah.
Come on. How much?
Pint?
Jesus.
You can't even smoke there.
And I don't even smoke or drink. But I think quite often the councils do seem to be odd. But so just another little thing to watch. Yet again, there's this ongoing saga with me getting billed for business rates on premises that shouldn't be paying business rates. And even though we sorted out last year's, they've now hit us again with this year's this morning. So don't anything that the electricity companies and the utility companies and the rates people do question absolutely everything. The only bill that you should get that you should never question comes from Accounts Direct. Otherwise, every bill. You know, it's mad.
He's had me at the door there telling everyone that come by that this is definitely a church.
Yeah.
And I've turned everyone away.
Yeah,
we're sorted. Don't you worry, mate.
I'm not worried because it leads on to your thing that you're going on about 42 grand for a single day of electricity.
Oh yeah,
this isn't the first time. It goes on all the time. If you knew the amount of bills we query from utilities, that seems a bit high. And we've let clients know, and it's a mistake. You know, it makes you wonder how much the utility firms and the local rates departments and all these people get in extra revenue from mistakes. Sounds like I'm really anti these people, doesn't it? Sounds like I'm anti big businesses, that I'm anti the local councils, that I'm anti utility companies. I am, but 42 grand. Can you imagine getting that through the post? That's my heart gone. That's more tablets than I need to be taking today. But what was it you put here? Making out of our calls illegal.
Yeah, glad you didn't skip that one.
No, I just saw it.
We need to have a good long chat about this.
Go on. So sorry, this isn't bailiffs, is it? And it's not HMRC, and it's not people chasing you for money. This is your boss.
This is your boss.
So I can't phone you at 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah, Prospect.
Can I still send you those dick pics?
Yeah, but what they want to do.
No, it's just because Hayden sends them to me, and I want to know what to do with them.
Please stop sending me dirty pictures at night. I'm sat with my little girl reading a story. She asks me what something is. I go, let's Google it, shall we, together? And then boom, it's waiting, the notification. I should mute you. But half the time, it's important stuff.
It is.
That's the game you play.
Yeah. So it's just that during the day when I'm with you, because you talk such shit all day, I can't remember what to tell you. Then something comes to me on the way home.
Yeah, but this is it though. Prospect want to ban that completely.
Yeah.
So no out of hours phone calls.
It's mad, isn't it?
And emails being automatically deleted if they're sent. But here's the thing for me in that, and I'm not like.
Who's to know what time they're going out and what they're about?
If me or you had a thought at like 9 p.m, we might email one another about it.
Maybe you have to sign a disclaimer to say it's okay.
Yeah.
You won't read it till the next morning, would you?
Well, I think the worry is, according to this trade union, that people are checking their emails.
But we have a WhatsApp group with everybody that works for Accounts Direct. is on it. And everybody keeps, and sometimes it's just, because sometimes people do work in the evenings and need codes to access certain things. So we have to be on alert to supply the codes. But we also, this banter goes on in it, and these questions go on it. And it wasn't even my idea, it's just people here just put it together so they can do this. So I think giving people the choice of being contactable day and night is fine. I mean, it works the other way sometimes, because sometimes they have to go somewhere in the morning, so they've got the opportunity to catch up, because we're based around, well, as long as you do the job you're supposed to, it doesn't matter. Does it matter if they do it in the evening or during the day?
You see, I struggle to understand this, because I do work really weird hours anyway, so I'm never going to be offended by...
No, it's the snowflake culture.
Yeah, to me, that's the thing, right? Because, fair enough. I bet there's people out there who are really burnt out, and they are being pushed too hard, because maybe they just don't have it in them to say, it's what you're doing, I'm done.
Never met anyone like that.
Yeah.
No, I see a lot of very hard-working business owners that are on call, on business, never shut off 24/7. And that's the world I grew up in. I don't see the... Someone came for an interview once, and he says, what's work-life balance? What's it like here? And I said, what do you mean? Seriously, this is actually true. I might be paraphrasing a little bit, but this is basically true. And I said, what do you mean? He says, well, time I can spend with the family, time I can spend at work, blah, blah, blah. So I said, well, you work 20 hours a day, 6.5 days a week. No problem. You're away from all the crap. And he didn't get the comment. No, I don't know. Maybe. House prices up 10%. That's a shame. I was hoping it'd be more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's the difference, isn't it, eh? I just want somewhere for my family, somewhere safe.
Cardboard boxes, bins, lots of places.
Right.
No, you've got a nice house.
I really like where I live, but I would like to buy somewhere. I don't.
Okay.
I would. But it's. I've been burnt by that before.
Yeah. But then
and
again,
she got the car.
mortgages, and say again, you got a car.
And she got the car as well.
Oh, your ex-wife. Do you really need it? Not fair, is it? No, but mortgage rates aren't too bad, and mortgage rates aren't too bad. And for every time that something goes up, something else comes down. It's like things at the moment. Staff, the guy, he's coming on one of my interviews, and he's a recruitment consultant for the building trade, and he was saying he was talking to this guy who'd been quite successful, and he was getting paid £1,500 a week. And he was complaining, £1,500 a week. It's like a year's wage, isn't it, Graham? But he was working on £1,500 a week, and he turned around to my client, and he said he didn't like it that he was being called after work. I'm like,
really?
Yeah, I know. No. This is this guy.
Really?
This guy is a very down to earth, come up the hard way, and he turned around to him and he says, "Look, if your boss calls you at home, and you're getting £1,500 a week, don't complain, grovel. Yes, sir, no, sir.
Yeah.
Because when you've left that job, if you get kicked out, you're not going to find it so easy to get another job like that.
Someone's giving you $1,500 a week.
Yeah. No one's that.
You on a call. Hello.
The more money you earn, the more
up.
replaceable you are, because there's more people that were willing to do that. Yeah. So it's the world we live in. How do we get onto that? Oh, we're talking about prices going up, jobs going up. At the moment, it's mad. People can't get staff for the for the entertainment industry, for builders, for right across the board. And it's, would you work if you were on furlough?
Personally, yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm very common. But I genuinely...
I think you're very common.
I'm common in that way, but the way I start to get seriously mentally ill if I'm not doing stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I'm not actually active.
Yeah, I can see your hands shaking now. Yeah, I can see. No, I just think if
furloughs where you're not supposed to be working.
What I meant, no, you're quite right. The terminology wasn't good. I meant, would you? There's people out there. I'm not saying it's everyone, but there must be a reason, apart from people all going back to Poland, why there's such a shortage of people in these industries. And one potential solution, one potential answer is that people are happy on furlough. So why should they go and work? I don't know. Do you agree with that? Oh God, thank God.
I think some of them, yeah. I think happy is the wrong word, though.
Yeah.
I think they're
content.
They're comfortable where they are.
I mean, I used to be a
content,
big supporter of UBI, and I maybe am, but now I've gone off it a little bit because I think that people, if you're getting paid to do nothing, then the idea is improve yourself and look for better quality jobs. But people seem to be sat around just getting fatter.
I mean, it's weird. I don't get me wrong. I love it. I love sitting around all day, but I can't afford to do it mentally because I go mad.
No, of course, I agree. I just drive around in my car all day, do nothing.
Well, I would if I owned the Batmobile.
Yeah. So what we're up to now?
We're
House prices. We've still got a bit more. I can babble on a bit more. I really don't like this thing with Tesco's now. It was bad enough with Asda, and now it's moved to Tesco's, that they're trying to say that if someone works in the factory or works on the shop floor, they should be entitled to equal pay. And, I'm not so sure. So where we extend that across the country is that you get the brain surgeons earning the same as, I don't know, what job can I say that without being derogatory? A broadcaster.
Fucking knew it.
A filmmaker.
I thought it was going to be a Graham, but no, you kept it vague and looked me right in the eye as you said it. Yeah. Screw you, man.
That's not nice. So what else we've got to cut? So
but this is important.
It does sort of put people off. It makes. It's difficult being an employer anyway, but then when you've got to charge massive amounts of money to get fairly simple jobs, then it sort of puts people in a higher role that have had to study and mentally abuse themselves, thinking, well, hang on, I can get £17 an hour working as a barman. And nothing wrong with barman, but do they deserve £17 an hour compared to someone that's, I won't say a trained accountant, because that's a different thing, but somebody that's studied filmmaking or is a top chef or has put some effort into things, or, is it really right? And no wonder we can't get staff. So there's going to be a massive crash, and all of a sudden furlough's going to end, and there's going to be visas to accept people in countries near to England, so we start getting those people back, and all of a sudden the people that are sat there doing nothing are not going to have any jobs for them. So, I said it a few weeks ago, but if you can work, there's plenty of jobs out there. Anyway, I haven't got any for you, but there's plenty of jobs out there. And
I really hope Kirsty's not watching right now, because I think she's desperate to hire people.
Well, we're looking for stuff.
Oh, right, good.
No, we are.
The way you said that.
But we've got some nice people coming for interviews soon.
Have we?
I think we've just taken somebody else on. Not met them yet, but But then again, we're getting much stricter about who we'll employ as well. We want to see proper qualifications and experience and everything else.
It's a bit scary here. The way, because it's quite
they don't
level.
make me coffee anymore.
Well, yeah, because they're too.
They feel
busy.
sorry for me to say, "Have you got a coffee?" And it's like, and anything really to stop me going upstairs. They don't want me anywhere near.
Do you know what happened again today? Twice whilst I've been here. You got brought a coffee, did I?
Oh yeah.
No.
What we're looking at now.
It's time, dude.
One last thing for the entertainment industry, for the event people. For the event people, the government promised some sort of insurance for them that if they extended lockdown and they had events booked, that they'd insure the cost of the events. But they seem to be reneging a little bit on that. So go bang on number 10 and say, I booked this event, you've delayed the furlough and it's cost me thousands of pounds because I've had to have staff, I've had to pay for this, I've had to pay for that, and now I can't have it done and you said I could. Thank you for listening to me. Don't forget to watch us through AltFeed, our new channel, and do subscribe to AltFeed and my channel, and write in, phone in, call in, and in fact, I'd like to invite certain people to come to the studio and watch the show live, because we're having the studio all done up, ready for people to come and watch the event live. Now, it's only on select viewings, so if we don't like you, we won't let you come. So do contact us and say you'd like to come and watch the show live, and then you can watch Colin and Lorraine's show after me, which is tonight. I think we've got a special guest on that show. I won't tell you who it is, and because I can't remember his name. And then we've got Hayden's show at 10 o'clock, which has not offended too many people last week. So do come and join us. Thank you for joining me again. I'll see you next week. Bye bye.